We're finally doing this. Okay, a lot of you seem to want me to do a Q&A, so here is my long-awaited question and answer video. I know it's probably really long, sorry about that. I just wanted to answer as many of your questions as I could, so I picked the most popular ones, and then I threw in some of my favorites too. There's a lot to go through, so sit back and enjoy. Hope you like it. Where are you from, and where do you live? I'm from Canada. I was born and raised here, and I still live here. What's your nationality? What's your ethnicity? Are you Japanese? Can you speak Japanese? How'd you learn to pronounce Japanese? So like I said, I'm Canadian. A lot of you seem to think that I'm full or part Japanese, but I'm not. My dad is white and my mom is Filipino. So yeah, I'm mixed, half white, half Filipino. And no, I can't speak Japanese or Tagalog for that matter. I do a lot of covers of Japanese songs, but singing is totally different from speaking. I do my best to pronounce the lyrics alright, but the only phrases I know are from watching anime and Terrace House. この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供 How old are you? I think I'm a lot older than most of you realize. I was born in 92 and I just turned 27. When did you start singing? I've been singing ever since I can remember. I think it's just something that I've always been doing. When I was younger, I sung in a children's choir up until the end of elementary school when I quit because I had such a high singing voice. I guess I was kind of embarrassed about it, but now I just kind of own it. But yeah, I stopped singing all throughout most of high school until I found YouTube and I started posting covers and the rest is history. First anime you watched? I'm like most people for this question. My introduction to anime isn't anything super special. I was first introduced to anime through shows I watched on TV as a kid. You know, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, but I don't really count those because I didn't even know what anime was. So yeah, the first anime I was really obsessed about and actively watched week after week was Naruto. What's your favorite anime genre? I'm a big fan of a lot of genres, but here are some that I seem to really love. What's your favorite anime? This was easily the most asked question I got, and I'm not going to share my all-time favorite because I want to make that into its own video at some point. But here's a list of shows that I really love that I think paint a pretty good picture of what I like. Oh yeah, and for anime currently airing, I am a huge fan of Vinland Saga. What's your favorite anime opening? This was a really hard one and I couldn't really pick, so I really like Silhouette. Adamas is also up there, and a nostalgic favorite of mine is the Nodame Cantabile opening. Which anime song do you wish was yours because it's so good? If you could describe yourself with one anime opening or ending song, what song would it be? You know what, Sarah? I would choose Faith by Mad Kid, because every time I upload a video, I get 3 dislikes out of nowhere, and that's when I realized that everyone betrays me. I had a few of you asking about anime suggestions, so if you're completely new to anime, I always recommend Death Note, Erased, or Hunter x Hunter, because they're all really easy to get hooked on. For ones that I think are less known, I'd recommend literally all the ones I listed in the favorite anime question that you haven't heard about, plus these ones, because more people need to watch these shows. What got you into music and doing covers? Ever since I was a kid, music has always been around. I'm kind of lucky that way. Like if you've ever been around Filipinos growing up, then you know that karaoke is a thing that happens. So I've always been into music. I started playing piano when I was 6, and I took lessons for many years until I quit because I was just so tired of classical music. Then I found YouTube and I started doing covers and originals, and that's really when music started to become fun for me. My time on YouTube is a bit of a kind of long, and I don't really want to bore you with that, but a bit of a backstory for you. What's your favorite cover you've done? I actually really like Umi no Yure. I think Curse and I did a really good job on that, but I uploaded it when I had like 0 subscribers on this channel, so it feels kind of bad because people don't really know it exists, but I think it's pretty good. How long does it take to learn a song? How do I make covers? And how long does it take to make a cover? Alright, learning a song doesn't take me very long. I get asked a lot if I practice before recording, but to be honest, I kind of just start recording and do it part by part. It's just easier for me. This is where I record. It's my cheap little vocal setup. It's definitely not perfect, but it gets the job done. I put my laptop here, and then I record everything into Logic. Then I transfer all the vocals to my main computer where I polish everything in Pro Tools. That's where I pick between takes and kind of stitch together what I think are the best takes for each line. The time it takes me to finish one cover varies a lot. Between recording lead vocals, harmonies, ad-libs, and editing everything, a short version can take me as little as half a day, and a full version can take me as long as several days. It really just depends on the song, if I'm doing a full version or not, and how vocal heavy it is. Have you watched JoJo? Are you a fan of JoJo? Who's your favorite JoJo? Are you gonna sing JoJo songs? Where are the JoJo covers? I hear you. I haven't finished JoJo. I've started watching it pretty recently actually, and it's good so far. I still need to watch a lot more though, but I promise you JoJo covers are in the works. They're coming. Do you have any singing tips for beginners and tips for starting a channel? I'm not the best teacher out there, but if you're just starting out with singing, then I'd recommend trying to sing a lot of different kinds of songs just to find out what styles you're better at and try to pursue more of that, and obviously just practice. I know that seems like the most straightforward advice, but singing every single day really does go a long way. If you're just starting a new channel though, I have 3 big tips, and this is coming from someone who just started a new channel. My first one is to find what makes you unique and really own that. YouTube is so saturated now. Getting noticed really comes down to how well you're able to differentiate yourself from everyone else. So be you. My second tip is to be consistent. Again, I know that seems very obvious, but it can get really hard sometimes to put out regular content. So just try and keep it up, put in the work, and don't burn yourself out. Just do something manageable. And my last tip, probably the most important one, is to look at YouTube as something long term. I know how easy it is to get discouraged when you're just starting out, seeing others getting views and subscribers while you're out here struggling, but I promise you, if you follow the first 2 tips and focus on consistent quality content, you will get there in time. So don't rush it. I'll leave you with this analogy because I like it. YouTube is not a sprint. It's a marathon. What's the hardest part about singing and making covers? The hardest part for me is definitely managing my time. I always want to cover more than I'm capable of, and at the end of the season, I'll end up with a bunch of unused instrumentals. So yeah, kind of sucks. Are you gonna do original music? Where are the originals? As much as I would love to spend my time making original music, it really sucks when you pour your heart and soul into something and then no one listens to it. So I'm trying to build up more of a viewer base before then. But once I get there, I'll slowly start to release more originals. Did you study music at a music school? So yes, and well, like kind of. As random as this is, I went to music college for 1 semester and then I quit to join a singing show in South Korea to pursue my dreams of becoming a singer. It was an amazing experience, but in the end, it didn't really work out. If you want to hear the full story, I'll put a link in the description to a video where I explain everything in detail. Have you ever considered voice acting? To be honest, I'm surprised I even got this question because I don't even post any voice acting. So it's not really something I've ever thought about, but I think it'd be cool if I ever got the opportunity. Is there any mic you'd recommend for those starting off? If you're just starting out, I'd recommend the Audio-Technica AT2020. It's a great mic for the price, and honestly, you really can't go wrong with anything by them. And if you have more of a budget, then I'd recommend the Bluebird Cardioid Condenser by Blue Microphones. It's the same mic I use to record all my vocals and have been for years now. I really love it. So if you're interested in any of those, then I'll link them in the description. Who or what you do to get song beats in your songs? I'm assuming you're talking about the instrumentals, so I'll just be upfront with you. You want to know how to get high quality instrumentals for the latest, most popular anime songs? It's easy. Head on over to patreon.com/curse where you can gain access to over 80 high quality instrumentals for just $5.
Wow, that's less than my Starbucks order.
Exactly. You know how much you'll be paying someone on average for 1 instrumental? $60. You know how much you'll be paying if you get this deal? 6 cents. Skip the breakfast sandwich and make the best investment you've ever made in your life. What are you waiting for? It's easy. Patreon.com/curse. Speaking of Curse, he asked me a bunch of questions, so here we go. If you could live in any isekai world, which one would it be? Assuming I get to go through the same reincarnation process as the main character, then I'd probably pick the slime anime and just be an OP slime blob forever. What's your favorite Japanese band and why is it the Peggies? I think it's pretty self-explanatory. What instrument would you like to instantly become proficient at if given the choice? Definitely guitar. I think I know enough piano to get by, so guitar would be a no-brainer for me. And the last one, who's the best and worst Terrace House member of all time? This one's kind of hard because I've only seen Opening New Doors, so this is only from that season, but Tsubasa was the best member, and the worst member was definitely Yudai. It's been such a pain putting on socks lately. My god. Who's your favorite YouTuber? Long Beach Griffey, easy. I die laughing every time. Who's your favorite singer on YouTube? My favorite male singer is definitely Mafu Mafu. I think he's insanely talented. And my favorite female singer is Raon Lee. Do you have a girlfriend? Yes, I have a beautiful girlfriend, and I love her very much. 3 most important things in your life: my family, my girlfriend, and music. What was the last anime movie you watched and what would you rate it out of 10? I want to eat your pancreas, and I give it a high 8. What anime food makes your mouth water? Ramen, anything from Ghibli, and anything from Shokugeki. And I'm obviously not including, you know, the disgusting stuff that Soma makes. No. What long shonen animes do you watch? I watched all of Hunter, and I somehow still keep up with Black Clover, and I've watched about 700 episodes of One Piece, but it got annoyingly slow paced, so now I'm just waiting for it to finish so I can binge the rest. What's the saddest anime you've ever watched? I still haven't seen Clannad, so I must say Anohana is pretty sad, or episode 10 of Violet Evergarden. You know which one I'm talking about. I was wondering if you consider to come as a guest to some Japanese Asian conventions in Europe. Hell yeah. If you guys want to see me at a convention, if any convention organizer wants to fly me out, I will be there. What does your family think of your singing and YouTube career, and do they support you? Yeah, they're definitely really supportive. You never really know with YouTube and making your income fully online, so I'm sure they're understandably worried, but yeah, they continue to support me in what I do, and that's already more than what a lot of other people can say, so I'm extremely thankful for that. And yeah, I know they're behind me 100%. What anime impacted you in the deepest way? And did any story or tale from an anime help you grow as a person? Good question. If I had to pick one, I would pick Bakuman. I think that anime is an absolute masterpiece, and it really put into perspective for me at the time the kind of drive you need to become successful at something. If you're passionate about literally anything and want to succeed at something as a career, then I would recommend watching it. I think you'll definitely be able to get something out of it. And the last question, when you do an anime song album, are you gonna ask for suggestions or pick your faves? It'll be a bit of both, and you might just see something like that later this year. I've been paying attention to what songs you guys want, so they're not going unheard, and you might just see them at the end of the year. So look forward to it. And those were all your questions. I got to as many of them as I could, so hopefully I answered a lot of what you've been wondering. This video took a long time, so if you enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like, it really helps out. And let me know what other talking videos you want to see from me, and I'll try and make them. But until then, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.